We are so glad you made it to today's DeFi Kingdoms with Club NGMI. Whatever presents Have Fun. We got Pump, we got Easy. You're stuck with me because I control the buttons, so deal with that. We're gonna talk bots. We're gonna talk jackpots. We're gonna talk AMA. We're gonna play Lodden Thinks. So bring your Lodden Thinks questions to the chat, especially those of you over on Twitch. And here's a message from our Lord and Savior, Hard Rock Nick.
I need jewel price to go up. I can't take this anymore. Every day I'm checking price and it's dropping. Every day, check price, too low. I have overinvested by a lot. Can Pump Skull do something? Help!
Club NGMI.
Welcome. Pump Skull, can you do something to fix jewel price?
I wish. Hoping the patch tonight does something. I don't know. Yeah, this is the good thing. It's the whole market. It's not just Jewel. If crypto was doing well and Jewel was going down on its own, I'd be a lot more concerned. But it's just the way macro stuff is right now. So there's nothing wrong with DefiKingoms. It just, if you held Jewel or you hold ETH or you hold anything else, it's in the same spot.
I love it. Way to pump us up. Everything sucks, so this doesn't suck worse.
I mean, I don't know what else to say.
It's a hard pig to paint.
Do you want me to actually pump?
No,
Okay.
I don't. I'm just giving you a hard time. Easy, how are you doing? How are you doing in DeFi Kingdom world?
We're building. I'm kind of all in on this. Is the I think DeFi Kingdom's still kingmaker, and you can get there. There's so many ways that you can get there, whether it's through jewel price or through farming humbly or grinding the heroes. You can kind of choose your own adventure, and I've been going a bit harder on the heroes, and that's going to be my path out. It's fun, dude. I mean, luckily we, us on the stream got in or like at a lower price than where we are at now. But I've bought Jewel higher than it is now.
Oh, for sure.
So,
yeah.
Overall, it's like, crypto market is, traditional finance market is really heavy. Crypto market is kind of uncertain. So speculative early things like DefiKingoms and Jewel are hurting a bit worse because they mooned when things were great. So hopefully, we find a level and we can just like float around here while you're leveling up and waiting for new stuff to come out. So we hold here. I'm pretty cool with it. Accumulate Jewel, build for Christmas.
Yeah. If we don't forget about the APRs that we're getting right now in the gardens in particular, like if we trade sideways for infinity, we're doing really well. So I think that's what I'm holding on to as far as that's my kingmaker strategy, I guess, is like you mentioned, easy is like humble farmer style of getting good APR. Let's let it ride.
Yeah, I mean, Jewel 1 is 300% roughly. Jewel AVAX 271. Like, you just won't find a safe farm like that with a reward, in this case Jewel, that has the amount of utility that Jewel does now and in the future. You can go find like shit farms where you put your money in and it pays you in like the Joe token from Trader Joe, which is like total ass, or some like rando pump and dump like time. You could go put your money in there, right? So as far as farms go, it's still one of the best options, and we're about to go to the biggest side chain that exists in the next month. So things will get better.
David, I just love this autocorrect. It's very funny to me. Don't give up, Fatal. Your day will come. So yeah, that can fit the vibe depending upon how down bad you are. Like, yeah, don't worry, guys. Fatal's coming soon. The ride's gonna end for everybody at some point. But in the meantime,
someone's asking what a kingmaker strategy is. Do we want to talk about when we say kingmaker?
Like I meant to ask you. I meant to ask you to explain that like I'm 5. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a I don't think it means literally. I don't think I'm going to actually be a king of anything, but think about in your wildest dreams when we talk about islands and things like that. And I'm not saying that we're going to, buy all of the islands, like maybe 1 or 2 after this journey is over. Yeah. But, looking for asymmetric bets within crypto specifically that will get you, if you hit the tail, the really 95th, 99th percentile, can really make you. With and like it's not financial advice for sure. High upside means high risk, right? But assuming the market has like kind of found its level, I think there's ways, like if you're really grinding heroes, you know what you're doing, you could be profitable that way. If you want to go ham in Crystal Vale in a month or 2, like those are some super high upside bets that you now that Jewel has kind of plateaued, let's see, or like found its like old level, you can make those kind of bets. So when I say kingmaker, I mean like here's your chance to like get rich, but like I don't know that you will. If I knew, then I'll have more cash and I would have
here you go, Easy. Here you go. You teed it up during that.
Club and GMI are not financial advisors. The content on this show is for educational purposes only. Do not overinvest by a lot. Oh, God. Do your own research. We need likes and subscribes to go up. Can't devs do something? We are so glad you made it.
Can I interrupt myself with a Hubie bomb? Hubie's in the chat. And somebody asked, not our chat, he's in the general chat. And someone asked about abilities. Do you mind if I just like dive in as I'm seeing Hubie bomb?
Sure.
Someone asked about what gene abilities are for, active and passive. So you know how we were speculating, people found those abilities on those first 20 heroes and we're like, nobody knew what they were or like that they were there. And he said, quote, "There will be active and passive abilities. They'll be mostly used to impact combat performance. They are in addition to skills that you will be able to get using skill points. You get 1 skill point per level." So we've been getting those as we level. But I think the more important part is they're not getting rid of them. Right? Is that what he's saying? I'll paste it in the chat. Like,
yeah. Okay, so there's a couple I just searched. So he came in like 10 minutes ago. He said, "Just popping in to say I'm excited for this patch. We didn't get everything in with this one. I don't know what that means, but I think you will like it."
Oh, that's good.
That means they wanted to add more in. That's all.
He said, "I don't want to spoil anything. I'll say that I don't have any major mechanics updates to share at the moment."
So does that mean no jackpotting?
I would guess it's no jackpotting. I would call that a major mechanic update. Yeah.
If he's he's the game mechanics person, and he's excited for the patch. I'll see. Now I'm just spinning round and round here. That's pretty much all he said. He said my team does game mechanics, blah blah blah. That's pretty much it. Maybe he's not done.
Okay, hold on. Empire, I'm not sure if you're doing a bid or not. Don't DM anybody for easy seed phrase. You're not going to get easy seed phrase.
You can DM whoever you want for my seed phrase. I mean,
yeah.
I guess. Don't DM me. DM literally anyone in the world you want besides me asking for my seed phrase. By all means.
So going back to the hero abilities, easy.
Yeah.
I don't. They're in addition to skills that you'll be able to get using skill points.
Well, the skill points, that's what you get with each level that we haven't known what those are, right?
Yeah, you get one skill
Oh.
point per level. So is there like a skill, like you go buy skills with oh, we're gonna get there, Brinley. Trust us. We want to talk about that for sure.
Yeah. Oh, you know what it is? Have you seen it's like basic 4, advanced 6. You seen that like in the abilities? Do you
Do
think
those change?
you might have been assigned at random, but maybe skill points boosts it up, perhaps. Like the number. Again, we don't know what it is, and like that might make sense to me.
We should do a before and after. I don't know if we'll be able to do the after if the sites will refresh fast enough tonight of after we level to see if it's changed at all. He said just now, someone said, how many heroes will PvP be? 3v3 is what we're focusing on, but we are trying to ensure the combat agent is agnostic to the number of heroes, so there's options for other sizes. Because if they did 3v3 is the minimum, people would.
What if I only have one?
Yeah. But 3v3 is going to be I like the 3v3 because it makes a more game strategy where you have to come up with a squad. But okay, I'll stop talking, but I'm going to keep monitoring for more.
Fatul, honest question for the Twitch chat or YouTube chat. Do people care if you could change the outfit? Do people care about aesthetics? I've noticed that with our chat more of like, ooh, look at those wings. I'm like, who are we?
Wings are rare.
That we care about
Butterflies are rare.
Okay, this is a good Lodden Things question we can do now or later. I want to ask, what does Dangy think the revenue from Fortnite was for aesthetic purchases in the year 2021 to answer the question of do people care about aesthetics if there's no performance game?
We have to guess what Dangy thinks.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Do we want to do this right now?
Yeah, let's do it now.
Okay, so let me give a quick overview for those who have not played the game.
Fortnite?
I used to pre-crypto. I play a lot of video games pre-crypto, and then just like I built this new computer just for gaming, and then I got into crypto when it was done, and I haven't downloaded a game. I downloaded Steam, and that was it. Okay, Lodden thanks for the people. How this game works is one of us asks a question, and it's not what the right answer doesn't matter. In this case, Eric and I are going to compete by guessing what we think Dangy's answer will be, and whoever is closer to what Dangy thinks the answer is wins. So it's kind of a guess how the other person is going through their thought process, not what the right answer is. Okay, let me get a piece of paper here.
Yeah, because then you got to write it down.
I'll just do it on my phone.
Okay.
Okay. So what does Dangy think? Do you play Fortnite, Dangy, or have you?
I used to. Yeah.
Oh,
I was really bad.
So you're kind of familiar with the costs of things.
And the question is aesthetic only investment?
Well, you can buy items in their store, right? And they're all they're like dances and outfits and pickaxes. Nothing you can buy on Fortnite has any competitive advantage whatsoever.
Correct.
So we'll just say they're microtransactions. I'm sure we can find it pretty easily.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm ready. I said 50.
Ready.
I said 50 million.
420.
15.42. So
million?
I think
that answers the question. That answers why I'm fudding this aesthetic changes.
I think I might even be low.
Yeah, Rock Dog in the chat said that they made 50 mil off NFL skins alone.
Okay, their Fortnite revenue. Okay, this is for 2020. 5.1 billion with a B dollars.
Are you
The game is free too.
And the game is free. So the only thing that they could make revenue from, unless they're counting like sponsorships from the NFL and stuff, point being is it's in the billions. These kids spend billions
Whoa.
of dollars on outfits for their characters that do not give them any advantage.
It's
My initial reaction is like, people still play Fortnite, really? And they made 50 billion 2 years ago,
Oh,
or
the
whatever billion.
there's people that still stream Fortnite and they get 60,000 concurrent live views, like on Twitch right now. There's probably somebody
oh yeah.
doing it like
Ninja?
while we're talking.
Does Ninja
Yeah.
still do it?
Oh yeah, dude. Did you guys? He did like a interview. I don't know if it's ESPN where he kind of like walked through his life like for a week, and you kind of felt bad for the guy because he's like, I can't leave my house for more than a couple hours, or like I lose subs, I lose followers, I lose money.
Same. Except
Like,
I have no subs or followers.
People get mad if I don't stream. But anyway, we've gone off topic.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. It's the same but different, obviously, for DFK, in that DFK is very far from Fortnite, very, very far, as far as like entertainment and like people playing the game for fun. I mean, if there was no money involved, like the audience would shrink, right? But like, how many people do you think make money versus spend money on Fortnite? There's probably like a couple hundred or thousand that are like profitable. Like assuming like including Twitch revenue.
Oh, sure. A couple
hundred or whatever.
Yeah, under 1,000. Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah.
So I think that may be a difference. Like like me, I would have had no interest in ever paying for Fortnite skins or
Same
stuff, but like,
There's
because I'm trying to earn while playing DFK and it takes up so much of my time, I would probably buy some outfits and shit. I don't know.
If they open up that little NPC with like different clothes and you can change your hero, people will pay Jewel for it. Even if it's 1 or 2 Jewel for a crown or some shit, like people will buy it.
Yeah.
Anyway, that wasn't on the show sheet tonight, was it, Dangy? Talking clothes.
I'm lost. I'm terrified. What do I do without going through the show sheet top to bottom? Speaking of which, let's get back there because people were talking about how much revenue making, etc. Here's a way for DefiKingoms to make more revenue and bring more money in. During the AMA, fiat onboarding was referenced, where they've had meetings with, I believe it was at least 8 separate companies to talk fiat onboarding, which is extremely bullish. I'm very excited about that. And that could be a catalyst for DefiKingoms. Just the fact that there's 8 separate companies, like I said, I don't know. I don't know about these fiat companies, but because there's 8 that are interested, I think it's bullish for possibly crypto in general, because that's the way. It's a way for number to go up to get, as Pretty Nifty is saying, get those normie dollars in, or I would say retail. So yeah, I'm excited about fiat onboarding. Pump, what is your stance on fiat onboarding? Good, bad, and different.
I mean, think about for NFTs. While we don't all maybe love the company Coinbase, we think their NFT marketplace will be good for NFTs in general, because everybody watching and all of us have probably introduced their friend to ETH and NFTs and crypto, right? And we forget how hard it is for them to grasp like how to buy ETH and then transfer it to MetaMask. What's MetaMask? Yes, there's tutorials. The spoiler, there's a lot of lazy ass people in the world who, if they could just type their credit card in, would absolutely sign up for it. DefiKingoms credit card. Oh, I'd sign up for that so quick. So getting away where a normie retail could click a button, type in their Visa number, and have an account funded with Jewel and start playing the game within 10 minutes. I mean, it'd be awesome to get more people would sign up. Even if it was only 100 a month, that's better than 0. So I think it'd be cool.
Easy fiat on ramp. Have you had any normies that are interested in DefiKingoms or other crypto stuff?
Yeah.
And have you gone through the onboarding process?
Yeah, I've had 2 people join DefiKingoms that don't do NFTs. Well, maybe they did like DraftKings NFTs or like. So that is like, I would say that DraftKings and Top Shot are probably like the easiest onboarding because you can enter the ecosystem with fiat, and actually most of the stuff is denominated there. But they joined DefiKingoms. They funded through KuCoin or Binance or whatever. They bought one and they bridged it over, and they actually figured it all out on their own. But they're pretty savvy, I think, relatively.
Yeah.
But to be able to go to like, hey, I'm talking about DefiKingoms a lot, or if you're wearing like a DefiKingoms like hoodie or something, it's like you tell your friends like, hey, go to game.defikingdoms.com, and then now where it's a tutorial, you can just like put in a credit card. I mean, yeah, that'll be great, and it can show you how to download MetaMask extension and all that. So I think the more the merrier. I mean, we joke about like newbies and whatnot, but you need easy adaptation for people just to like get into the ecosystem, and then once they dip their toe, then you never know, like a minnow today could be a whale in a week.
Kingmaker. There we go. I like that. Other things that were brought up on the AMA, other chains other than Avalanche. The goal for DefiKingoms is to be truly multi-chain, a multi-chain environment. So Pump, I think you had or Easy had in our chat the breakdown of the count of new heroes coming to each chain, the new Gen Zeros or something. And this is around price speculation for Gen Zeros, but how many other chains are they talking about? And then what does that mean for the Gen Zero pool?
Yeah, so there's going to be there's 2,000 Gen Zeros on Harmony. And I think the expectation is they're targeting like 4 more that correlate with the pools that they added a while back. So Avalanche, Polygon, also known as Matic, Phantom, which I think is probably one of the next couple, and then Terra. And then they added the Luna pool. It would be cool to go on Terra. I think it would bring in a totally different, like there are Terra maxis that don't touch ETH that would be interested in playing. They haven't mentioned Solana, which is like an obvious place to go just because it's, if they have a game that's functional. But those are the 4. And then for each of the new chains, there's going to be 500 new Gen Zeros in 2 new classes. So 250 of one class, 250 of another class. So like, I don't know, if we fast forward 2 years, God, if we're doing this in 2 years, Kings will have been made already. There will be 16 basic classes is the goal.
So briefly on Solana, there was some tweet from someone in the Solana ecoverse ecosystem about like, come on over.
It was one of the co-founders of Solana.
Yeah, I remember that.
So I wouldn't rule that out either.
Same. It may be later on the list because it's not ETH compatible, right?
Yeah,
so
for the reason
recode everything in Rust or whatever. I'm just using the buzzwords that I know.
Rust is
same with Terra too. But Terra is possibly closer because we've got the Luna LP, so they've gotten. I don't know. Do you need to be like partnered with DefiKingoms in order to have your coin? Like, I don't know if that was a push or a pull.
I think
the LP.
That's a good question. Do you need someone's permission to put their token on your chain?
Well, do you remember what happened with Phantom? With Phantom Jewel, right? Like they seemed surprised that there was Phantom Jewel already.
Yeah.
Or were they surprised that there was
someone
an
else
LP on Phantom Jewel?
I guess someone has to you have to fund the bridge, right?
Yeah.
To exchange, your fake Luna for, your Luna for the fake Luna and whatever. I don't know mechanically.
Mike. Unless DeFi Land has done a whole bunch of stuff lately.
DeFi Land is trash. It's trash, and it's pumped full of VC bombs that are going to be dropped on your head, and your DFL token is going to be DFL on the CoinMarketCap list at 1 penny. So have fun.
We're not mad at you, Mike. You're right. They're trying to be DFK,
That's true.
but they're not.
That's true. But everyone much richer than you got in much earlier than you, which is not the case here.
At like a 20th of your price.
Correct.
Anyway, yeah, that is that. And I don't think we're going to Seoul like anytime soon. That's not happening.
No.
I would think if I had to gamble, I would say Phantom is next. But we could be talking summer or fall before we even get an announcement of it. I'm guessing they'll want to have Crystal Vale kind of up and going and have things to do on there, and have Serendale. Like Serendale should be done. Like all core functionality on Serendale should be done before they even announce another chain, in my opinion.
BW saying Phantom next for mobile app.
What does that mean?
Are you thinking alpha? Like, are you talking about standalone mobile app, or is this just mobile browser compatible? Because to me, those are two very different things.
Cool.
I do like Phantom. Yeah, people like Phantom. Now we're just in alt layer 1 fights in the comments.
Yeah,
I like Nier. I like Phantom. I like Cosmos. It's funny. People are pumping their bags. I think Phantom's next.
Do we want to do a quick hopium injection by talking about the Avalanche subnet that Crystal Vale is going to be on and what they might do on there?
What might they do on there, Pump?
So in the AMA and in other speculations, people from Avalanche Labs have hinted at this. On a subnet, you can pick a different token to be used as a fee payment. So gas. So, and then Frisky comes in and says, we're going to do some really cool things that will drive utility for Joule and the value of Joule that no other game has done before. Well, no other game has been on a subnet on Avalanche that I know of. And so my speculation is, and I think there's a greater chance this happens than doesn't, is Joule as your gas fee. And it could be like 0.001 every transaction.
Yeah,
that would be cool. That'd be really cool.
Yeah.
My stance is, and I'm curious about yours, Easy. My stance is that would be a short-term pump when the news gets released, but long-term, like, I don't think it moves the needle that much. Like, it reminds me of EIP 1559 with Ethereum of like, oh, it's deflationary. Number go up. And not true.
We'll see, because it'll be more, it may be a short-term pump, as people get excited, but medium term, it's probably doesn't impact Joule price heavily if it ends up being the case. It's fractions. When it becomes interesting is when Joule stops being emitted in June, when the gardens start to slow down, and then you start unlocking your lock Joule. But like then Joule will, we're talking about 6 to 18 months away, but then Joule would be deflationary, right? Because you're not ever earning Joule, you're just using it. So
yeah,
that's when it matter more.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of times now and then, but
it's a fixed utility. And think of the amount. Let's pretend it blows up to everything we want it to be, and there's 500,000 daily active users and blah, blah, blah. Think how many transactions we've all done just on Harmony. Thousands of transactions. Even if you have it be a smallest fraction of a Joule, 500,000 people doing 100 transactions a day, like that adds up.
Oh, sure.
And it's this consistent demand for Joule that we don't even have to think about because it's required to play the game.
Yeah. I mean, it can't hurt. For sure.
And it solves the gas problem.
It would be unique in that, like, I think people really like projects in which, devs are solving for problems in the crypto space. And like, if you have a really unique game that's on a chain and you're getting weighed down because bots are arbing some kind of like Ponzi coin, or they're playing a Soundflower clicking game, and it's just like every transaction you need to blast 500 Gwei because you're fighting with all these arb bots and click bots. If you can be the first, like, to your point, I don't know any other platform that's functioning on subnets. So if you can be first to the market just with like a unique solution to a problem, even if you're not super into the nerdiness of DeFi Kingdoms, people might come over to farm just because it's like unique exposure to like, wow, these devs did something extremely unique. So I think that's cool upside. Dude,
oh boy. Yeah, see.
I remember when this was triple digits. So Axie's taken a dump too.
It's because it's a shit game. It's not a game. It's a click farm. Like, I hate when people compare it to Axie. I know it's fun too, but you guys have all seen the pictures and the videos of these like farms in the Philippines where they have like these racks of
have like
phones,
9 phones.
and they just go like this. There is no strategy to Axie. Like, if you get the best little characters, whatever they're called, and you can calculate the outcome before you even begin like the battle, that to me is not a game. Like, a game requires skill, and I think that's where DFK wants to differentiate in saying everyone can play to earn, but your skill and your commitment to learning the game and practicing the game can increase your earning potential. I don't think we really have a ton of games out there like that, if any, at the moment. Maybe Zed would be a good example. Like, even that has a lot of luck involved in it, though, and requires a huge amount of volume.
I'm really itchy, and I'm gonna use this as the third host, as a segue when you're talking about decision making. Thank you. How do I make this zoom more, or is this fine?
If you make your window smaller, or you can zoom in like that. Yep.
Oh, sweet. Okay.
He's really itchy, folks.
Well, the people like to see some color on the page. This is one of my original heroes. This is like one of the first few that I bought way back when. Finally level 5. I used stamina potions for the first time today. God bless the dozen of you that are spending thousands of jewel chasing level 10. And I think Brinley might have been, or someone in our chat was saying that they either mathed it out or they were doing it. Man, I hope that works out for you.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that.
Expensive. I mean, gold, because we've looked at it. There's like a dozen heroes that are at like the 8, 9, 10 range, and we're like, oh, it's not that many. It's not gonna drive the market. It drives the gold market, relatively speaking. Like, what a stamina potion used to be like 2 jewel, and now I was paying close to 4 or 5 today. So I had to boost this up, but I wanted to see because like I think we went over it last week as the rarity doesn't matter a ton yet in the game because we're at level 0 or 1 quests and we're not battling yet. But at level 5 you get a super boost, so now I just kind of wanted to flex and get this guy on the screen, and also
do it.
Just a monk, so it's like kind of choose your own adventure with the stats. So you guys want to help me out in the chat? I think I have like my ideas, but if you guys want to spam which 3 stats, or do you guys pump?
I was just going to look at our guide. What would you guys lock for the first bonus, and what would your 2 50/50 bonuses be? I always like to see everybody's opinion while I go check the.
Yeah, what would you guys lock? Type 3 letters in the chat of what you would lock.
Dex number 1. Interesting.
I don't know. Dex is on my list. I don't know that it's the first on my list.
Yeah, I like.
What would
come back, David?
I didn't destroy anybody. Unless you said you should pick it based on your profession, then I probably would have, and you deserved it if you said that. So
this is a knight subclass, I think. Monk knight.
Okay. We have a monk as agility or vitality as the primary stat.
I would lean vitality, right? Just for the
And then the second and third would be whichever one so agility and then dex or strength.
Strength or dex. This is blue dex, so that's pretty nice. For foraging, I don't know that I care. I mean, I guess dex helps for foraging, but
It's maybe a tiebreaker at best. Yeah. I don't know in what world you'd want to allocate strength to a monk. I guess I don't know what their role in a combat situation would be though.
Yeah. I think.
Or he'd be rolling in his grave.
Yeah, probably.
BW. I want to see BW fight Ori about stuff because I feel like we've got two gigabrains here. BW is writing an article about Phantom and mobile apps or whatever for DefiKingoms, and is saying you wouldn't want to use VIT for low level heroes, or VIT is only useful for low level heroes, and this will not be a low level hero. And BW is saying Dex is not just for foraging; you can handle certain weapons with it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it kind of makes sense. Where like if you got a big ass sword, you need to be dexterous to handle.
Yeah,
it.
I mean, I think I want strength, I want endurance, but like you can't choose it all. I feel pretty good. I was maybe gonna put agility up because like agility is more of like an offensive stat. Oop, am I getting hacked? Oh,
Yeah, probably.
somebody DM TD for my seed phrase. All right, I'm going for it.
Oh, it's Pump's keyboard. I was wondering what that sound was.
Oh, sorry. I was TMing somebody about getting a Dragoon so we can have some dread sex later.
Are you buying one or are you just like borrowing one?
I'm trying to work out an arrangement with someone where we this person has a Dragoon but no Sage that's a 3/3. I have a Sage that's 3/3 but no Dragoon, and I don't want to go buy one for 500 jewel. So we're trying to figure out how we can both make it work.
Understood. Yeah, Brinley likes int too because it compounds, and that was rugged by Harmony. That was Ori's thesis too. I believe was that int was going to compound.
Let me go to pocket. Ooh.
Oh my god.
Well, the people that wanted agility got agility.
It's a lot of numbers.
It is a lot of numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's pretty sweet. So I got the dex +2 strength. I mean, every stat got hit except for wisdom. This is pretty cool.
Yeah, it's
all double digits.
Top 10% outcome. Top 5% outcome.
I mean, yeah, the agility, the +3 on the agility. I'm happy with that. Sweet. And then my knight subclass got me a +1 for intelligence somehow.
Why not? Why can't knights be excited? Be intelligent. Warren is shouting out the +1 skill point too.
So yeah, that's what. Oh shoot, I should have looked. I wonder. Yeah, if this is like the ability, or if it's separate. But maybe we'll find out later.
I think. Well, that's what Hubie was mentioning, right? So we'll know more once Hubie releases the notes. Have we heard anything else about when this patch is going to be released? Oh, okay. Here,
I don't think we do. They don't really do times anymore. But Hubert coming in there made me think it's sooner rather than later. But we'll see.
It definitely could be. All right. I want to dig into the other thing that was brought up in the AMA, which was botting in DefiKingoms. So to set the table, I think there are currently 2 categories of bots, and they might be handled differently. One is a tavern bot, and by that I mean it's going to look for this exists in it exists in all of NFTs and even in crypto. It looks for a mispriced asset and then buys it, and then will likely sell it automatically for that owner of the bot. And so they'll look for mispriced heroes, buy them, and then sell them immediately. One example, I think it might have been a Gen Zero that recently sold for, I think it was 10 jewel or something like that. I believe the owner was just very high, was the answer that they gave, and they thought they were doing a different action with the hero. So yeah, that sucks. And then the other kind of bot is an auto are the auto questers, which is you're able to just hyper level your hero with interactions directly with the blockchain. So what they said in the AMA is basically bots are discouraged, and they're working on a policy that will be given to a governance vote to determine if it's enacted, essentially. So I'm also in the dev DFK Discord because I'm a wannabe dev. I'm actually working on an autoquester just as like a dev project. And their stance is the tavern hero bot is actually keeping the floor up and serving as a market maker because it'll buy and then sell. And instead of the floor crashing and then me being a dummy and seeing the floor and this monk is, oh, it's 23, so I'm going to list at 22 and keep crashing the floor, it's helping to raise the floor of the heroes. I personally, I'm fine with that bot. I think that's totally cool. The autoquester stuff is a little fuzzier because the bots always are going to beat the poop sockers who have to sleep on occasion, and are going to just out level folks. So I believe the team stance is they want to incentivize humans to interact in some way, shape, or form and make it so that it's not incentivizing bots. But we'll see. So, Easy, what's your stance on the bots, either tavern or autoquesters?
I think tavern bots are great for everyone except for people that get really high and type in sell when they meant to type in rent and they're on the wrong thing. Or rather, like, I guess you could argue the presence of a bot makes it harder for like you or I to snipe a hero. But from what I noticed, like they only snipe like the egregiously low priced ones.
Right.
In which case, like just assume someone's gonna beat you to it. I think it helps because it keeps like the garbage off the floor. Like people just clean it up, and then like I wonder how much inventory those bots have of heroes that they thought were deals that were not deals. I think that's a good bot. I think it helps. It's a net help. The questers, torn on because people like I can see the argument like, you know, it's Web3 decentralized. Like, what are you like? Why are devs going to step in and tell me I can't like interact with their contract on my own terms? But at the end of the day, like you're grinding, you know, a 10% edge, let's say, or 20% edge on the quest, and you're like, in the threat is you're going to like crash the whole leveling ecosystem because, you know, I'm a normal-ish person. I mean, I spend like 18 hours a day online, right? You know, sleep 6, and I sometimes forget to set my quest alarms, right? So like, if you tell me I have absolutely no chance to be competitive because, you know, someone else is scripting and I don't want to expose myself to that risk, not that it's necessarily a risk, but there are some, right? I think that is probably a net harm because it discourages like the normal person like that doesn't want to interact with a bot and wants to live a normal life. They've said they want you to play the game, right? So I'm not saying you're a bad person if you use a bot. I'm hoping that the builders of the bots, they're gonna force the team to build a solution while like ban it and build like a better solution so everyone's quality of life can improve and you can kind of like find a middle ground. So that's where I'm at.
What do you have on bots, Pump?
Yeah, I agree with everything Easy said. I don't have much to add. It comes down to doing the best for the most amount of people. So if making like the tavern bot doesn't give you a huge competitive advantage because the ones that you're sniping are most likely garbage and just like floor stuff that's maybe underpriced by 20 jewel. It's people trying to flip heroes, I think.
Yeah.
Like, oh, someone listed a mining knight for 50 and the floor is 75. I'll pick it up real quick and try to make 20 jewel on it, right?
Correct.
But I think where you get really hairy is giving people, and I know it's a free market. I totally understand that. But we're talking about, like, you have to know your audience. You have to know your player base. And the fact of the matter is 98% of people might really want to try to be good at the game. but stop the bucket, like getting this AutoQuester and getting a Raspberry Pi on Amazon and loading up your script into it and like keeping it running. It's just, if we all want this to succeed and onboard new people, having someone walk into the game and realize right off the bat, well, I'm kind of screwed if I don't have this auto questing bot and I don't even know where to start. That would be bad. So
yeah, I mean, like Call of Duty bans, like, you know, if you have like an auto aimer, right, and they find you, that you get banned.
and it hits your head every time or whatever.
Yeah.
And that doesn't even have any money involved. Like, we're talking about people spending real money, and it's not cheating. I don't want to make it feel like I'm saying
Correct.
using a
Correct.
because today it's not. Now, if they say, if you use an AutoQuester, we are going to consider it cheating, and therefore, if we look at the blockchain data and we can tell, and it's not hard to tell, it would not be difficult to tell. You say, oh, look, this person's hero does a quest 2 seconds after it hits 5 stamina. Like, come on. They'll issue a warning, and then if they see it continue, they'll just blacklist the heroes. You're not banned from the game. I'm for it. I think if they put it up to a vote, it will get voted yes to put it in place. So that's my stance.
Yeah, if you make it extra.
BW, are you okay? Can somebody check in on BW? You haven't missed a quest in 2 months, never used a bot. Are you? How?
Hold on. I'm reading this. Hasn't missed a quest in 2 months. Never used a bot. Okay. Sound remove the time machine. Offensive method. Though what's wrong with a quest bot?
Okay, this is a good point. Maybe
Yeah.
you'll bring it up.
No, you go ahead.
Okay, this is a great point because they're really working hard on the scholarship program where you essentially give someone a cut of the earnings or the quest jewel rewards, whatever it might be, for taking your heroes and doing all the dirty work for you. So if you own 100 heroes, you can pay somebody who wants to get in the game and start earning some money, but maybe they don't have any to buy a hero. They can go in this scholarship program and say, hey, person with 100 heroes, give me 35 of them to rent from you. You keep 80% of the profits that I do, and you don't have to do anything. That scholarship program doesn't work if questing bots exist. They want the people with 100 heroes to enter the scholarship program and like sponsor people, I guess you could say. So it should bother you, BW. If you're grinding and like setting alarms and shit to get up and do quests, like it should bother you that people are using quest bots. So that makes like you don't have to be a martyr and a hero.
You don't get extra credit.
No.
For like being almost as good of a bot. Like
like
because you're gonna lose to the bot anyway.
Right.
So
like the time you sleep in an extra hour and you miss your first quest in 2 months, you're now behind all the bots and you can't win.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
It's a very, I think this is a really hard problem to solve for the team, just because the way to solve it is to have the incentives correct. And the incentives right now are not aligned to limit bots. I don't know the answer to limiting it, but part of the problem is also if you're going to have a bot reporting system, blockchain grinders are going to say, oh, I think this is a bot. Okay. And then someone from the team has to go review that manually and get paid for their time to do that. And so that doesn't really scale too well as far as finding the bots. And bots are going to be good enough to obfuscate what they're doing and act more like humans, that kind of thing too. So I think it's a cat and mouse game that the team is smart enough to know they're going to lose. And so I'm very curious to see where this goes as far as blacklisting heroes or accounts. We'll see.
I think the threat of it will be enough for a lot of people who are using them.
The threat may be enough for the third person, right? If Dangy gets, if you rip off a bot from like someone else builds a bot, Dangy like tweaks it and then he sends it to me, I would be scared off from using it. Dangy maybe, but like the original person who's now sent it to Dangy, who's sent it to 10 people, like there's like a whole tree. So like the root, you're not going to be able to rip out all the roots probably. So that's, I'm curious. And like, how far up the tree can you trace the like the bot origin, right? Because if everyone is able to run it locally,
Well, it's not just the people who create the bot that they're targeting; it's anybody who uses it. They
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
care where you got it from.
right?
Like,
But with like tens of thousands of users, if you just keep like blacklisting random users and like that doesn't, that you're going to be playing whack-a-mole. So I don't know how they're gonna.
I think it's
think
going to take one person, possibly a high-profile community member, getting their heroes blacklisted. Maybe they do it for 30 days to start and say you can't use these guys for 30 days. It'll take one time, and
Yeah.
the bot activity is going to go way down. If people still want to do it and try to make their bots be like humans, knock yourself out. But like
Yeah.
I
think
don't know.
the threat will take care of
90%.
75, 90%.
Yeah.
And then the last bit is probably not going to be materially significant, I guess.
Right. So
I'm
I don't
very
think they can. I don't really think they can put it in place because, like I said, the scholarship program, that's kind of like their main argument behind it. It's not that Frisky's pissed that people are leveling up too fast. It's they really want this scholarship program to work to get more people involved, which we should all want. So until they have the details of that done and the tech to execute it, I don't think they could ban bots just because it's their primary argument. So
Warren just wants to cut to the chase. Warren's saying, "Are you for or against banning bots?" I'm against it because I think it's a losing battle, and you'll disenfranchise people who are some of your most ardent supporters as of now. That's my current stance: is don't ban bots.
Can I argue with you on that?
No, yeah.
You're going to disenfranchise. Like, are you saying the people with bots only exist in the ecosystem because they're like trying to grind that edge, and then they'll just pick up their ball and go home if the bot gets banned? Or do you think that's like a threat?
I think that could be a threat, and that's the game that they would play. And so then what situation are we really in then? We have the dev team talking to whales and like saying, "Hey whales, please don't go." Like that sucks too, is if that outcome comes to play. So I think to me this would be, I don't know, this feels very weird, but I'm equating it in my head to like geopolitical stuff where you don't want to escalate, you want to de-escalate. So how do we de-escalate this instead of like, oh, we'll find you and we'll ban you? Go, and then they'll say, well, no, you're not going to find me, and I'm just going to do it. And then you're just spinning your wheels instead of moving to the fourth chain to become the true multi-chain.
Yeah, deck. I don't want it. Yeah, I wish it didn't take away, but I'm hoping that people can like peacefully just like see that it's not like it's getting in the way of progress on things that are actually going to do you like people are bonding because like I'm guessing like devs like to build shit, right? It gives you some kind of competitive advantage, and it's fun to build. You can build a community around it. It may be profitable. But like I'm okay if certain people remove themselves from the ecosystem if they're only in it because of that edge, right?
Yeah, I get your point of like just they're going to hammer the edge and then take their ball and go home. And so you're saying why are you here?
That's
anyway?
fine.
That's
like take your ball. Like who gives a shit? Like if 10 people are so pissed that they can't quest bot anymore and like they want to cry they own too many heroes if they can't manage them all, like okay, like it's a game. If you don't want to play, you don't have to play. Like no one leaving is going to impact the game that much. I'll buy your heroes for half price while you're on the way out.
BW had an adjacent comment, which is about the miners exploit, where this is part of the reason why I think they're going to be redoing the stamina mechanism in a lot of ways. Is because you can send a miner when they're at 10 and then they regen the 5, so you're basically getting a free 5 stamina. And you can do that through the UI. So in that dev Discord, which I want to be clear, it's not an official like DeFi Kingdoms dev Discord that I snuck into. It's developers that are nerdy and interested in DeFi Kingdoms. So it's through the UI, so they're putting that as a user interface. They're putting that exploit in a separate category of bug more than exploit or bot for this one in particular. It's crazy. As far as like, there's so many people and so much interest in DeFi Kingdoms now that we're finding these little edges and edge cases that are being exploited. So I think it's also just a sign of a maturing game. I'm not alarmed per se.
Yeah.
Can
I summon?
All right.
Do you have a topic? Can I summon?
Do you want to summon?
I'm overdue. Yeah.
I've got one too. When you're done.
Oh my god. Sure.
I have my Gen 0 I've gotta do, and it was due up a few hours ago, so I'm just like ready to hit the button.
You two are both very, very excited to summon.
I mean, with Jewel at here, now's the time to summon.
Now's the time. It's cheap right now, so you might as well.
Yeah. Hope nobody hits me. So this is my warrior working its way up. Gardener. This is like the cheapest knight, and it's also a gardener. You can't find miners. The agility and luck, purples. I mean, whatever. Slim pickings when you own one Gen 0. You just have to kind of go with what's available in rental. But this is like cheap, so to speak. So we're hoping for a long sword here.
The DFK like actual devs are very active in the Gen Chat tonight. Like all of them are popping in. And we got a map teaser.
Maybe they're under promising, over delivering.
Maybe. Oh, there's another one. Wow. All right, long sword
and or color and or I have 0% mining chance. Actually 0%.
Oh, really?
Wow.
Yeah. I got 87 on gardening, 10% foraging.
Okay.
Oh my god.
A pirate.
Oops. Oopsie daisy.
Ooh. Okay.
Gardening.
Well,
Rare's good.
It's rare. Hey, you know what? You're going to be able to sell that for more than you summoned it for. I'm guessing.
Yeah. Okay.
Quick question. Do you guys think that the floor of gardeners, if and when they introduce garden jackpots and gardening minimums, will go up? I think it will.
Has to. If the market's paying attention to the value they're providing, then yeah, they're going to go up.
Yeah. I think it's going to depend on, because I think the jackpot will be based on how much you have in the garden. So that will depend on. But if you have, there are people that might have $1,000 in a garden right now in a pool, and it's just not worth it for them to garden. So if they say, hey, the minimum is like 0.05 or 0.1, I think you'll see a lot of people start to garden in more pools. I don't know. I think this is a common sentiment. Gardening is easily, I think, the least popular and my least favorite one to do. So.
Oh, easy. I thought you were going to summon again. I thought that's why you were.
I was going to. I have to switch tabs if I were to do that.
He's got to go to the vault.
Pump, do you want to summon?
I can.
No pressure.
You
might have a summon.
I'm going to
negotiations.
No, I got the Dragoon in my account, so we're going for a Dread.
You want to go? Are you ready for the Dread?
I'm ready for it. I got my jewel and everything. All right.
Oh, baby.
I've never done a Dread sex before.
Oh. I've done it once.
Oh,
My heart's-
hold on. We got a little tease. Hold on.
God damn it! What's the tease?
I'll show you in a second.
I
Cinnamon
know.
bun. I think we've already seen it actually, but I'm going to share it anyway.
Is it the map
don't
teaser?
Yeah.
No.
Cinnamon bun said they're waiting for the patch in their
What?
ship.
Oh, yeah. They
Was that
shared
know.
that.
I know. I get excited.
We got the. Oh, there was a new one though. Do you have your screen pulled up?
I took it off, but yeah.
Okay, if you search for Jericho Splendor Shoes, and then go to message from 9:50 Eastern time, it's a kind of a lame teaser.
Oh, the like dirigible.
I don't know. Here, I can share it.
The blimp.
Yeah,
The blimp.
it's like a
three
floating-
people in the chat got my joke.
Oh,
Is that good? Or
TD being one of them.
Be a lot or a little?
yeah. That is the latest map teaser. They didn't say what it was for. I assume that's on Serendale, and I don't know what they're doing in the little blimp. So,
Please call it a dirigible.
a dirigible.
Dirigible. Yeah.
All right, let's go to the.
You ready to
portal.
share your screen, Pump?
I got it. It's down there. Yep. Okay. So I've had this 3 of 3 sage for a long time, and I've been trying to get a dragoon on my own. It's just not happening. So a dear friend of mine had a legendary 3 of 3 dragoon
Pretty sick.
that we are going to co-parent this child. So we're gonna help each other out here and co-parent. Forager, and then I have got a gardening sage that I have been saving for this moment. So, it's like 7% chance at a Dread Knight, right?
What are the numbers on this one? I mean, in all likelihood, yes, but I can run it for you.
I can read them to you.
Oh, you have it. Okay.
Are you ready? Or you
Yep.
can see it. 37863.
Oh, hold on. 37863
and 75465. I guess I could do it too and pull it
Yeah,
up.
that's fine. All right. So you've got 34% at keeping a dragoon or a sage. You got a 7% at the dread. Archer and wizard are both around 10%.
Okay. What are the profession outcomes?
47 for gardening, 38 foraging, 15 for mining.
Okay. I guess we
Light
don't
a
really.
candle if you have
If
them.
you get, I mean,
Hold your lighters
obviously
up.
dread is the nuts.
Yeah.
Sage gardener is nice. Oh, this is a sage ninja too, so that's kind of cool too. So you have a 38% chance of keeping the ninja subclass, so that would be really cool. On top of that.
Okay.
And because you've got some good rarities here, you have a 22 or 3% chance of getting blue or better.
All right. Are we ready?
Yeah.
I want to make sure. So the person
How hard is your heart pumping? Because when I did mine,
it's pump. It's going.
Yeah.
I do want to make sure Reno, the other father, is paying attention. Can you do a comment, Mr. Reno, if you're watching?
What time is it there?
Oh yeah, he's in like New Zealand or something. I guess maybe I should say.
Yeah, correct.
He's in
We got middle.
Doxed.
No, we've got middle of the day. Like usually, I'm trying to think when we used to not overlap for Zug time.
All right, he's here.
All right.
Okay. All right, Reno, we're gonna go. We're gonna go right now. All right. God damn it! Here we go. Been running kind of cold lately.
You have enough tears, yeah. You do. I mean, this is. I'll cash in one of my one times for you.
You have unlimited one times with all your
this
Dark
guy.
Knights and Pallies. All right, come on now.
One time.
Just once, just one time. So we want the longest sword that gets cut off the screen. All right, I am going to confirm It's been confirmed. We're just waiting for the pop-up.
Come on.
Come on, summoning Jesus. Hasn't confirmed yet.
Hmm?
Oh no.
Oh.
Oh no.
Oh.
Oh no.
Oh.
I need better heroes now. I can't take this anymore. Every day I have sex, no dragoons. Sex again, no sage. I don't even know what a dread knight looks like. Can devs do something?
Can we zoom? I mean,
That's
we all know
so-
what that is, but let's do it.
That's so much pain.
Oh my gosh. That's a
Have you
wizard.
ever seen a wizard with? Do wizards have swords usually?
That was 9%. Maybe it's a ninja subclass. All right. Let's
Stabby
see
wizard.
some color. Oh my god.
Oh.
Oh, no.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Oh no.
That's like
That's the nutlow. That's got to be the
Yeah.
worst.
my summoning outcomes lately have been so shit. I haven't gotten anything better than a common in like a fucking month.
Oh no. Well, maybe we'll get gardening boost for failed Dread Knight
I mean,
attempts today.
a 2 of 2.
No, yeah, no. I'm sorry.
I'm about to tilt summon my mythic paladin, but I'm not gonna do that. That'd be bad.
You gotta
Pretty has the right sentiment. As long as it's healthy, it's all we care about. That's right.
No, it's not healthy. If there was like a dungeon I could lock it in to be eaten by a dragon or something, I would put it in there right now. Like I don't even want to look at it. So tilted. 50 jewels what I'm going to get for this piece of trash. I'm just going to sell this tomorrow, Reno. As soon as the timer's up, I'm going to punt the shit out of it, and we can try again later.
check. Oh, but the API, all the, I don't know if there's any API scrapers in the chats, but like all the tools point to API 5. So if you're looking at like recessives on heroes, you can't do any of the ones in the past like 5,000. Like I'm curious, this guy is gonna have Dragoon and Sage recessives, but it's a Gen 5, right? So it would be super expensive to fuck around with.
No, I'm going to punt it, and some sap can buy this shitty wizard. Oh, okay. I'll stop tilting. I am going to level up this to level 5 while we're talking.
This
All
is
right,
your first level 5? Or no, you've had some.
No, this is my first one. This was the first hero I ever summoned when I had no clue what I was doing. I got a legendary warrior, which is why it is a fisher.
With the paladin subclass too.
Yeah.
Bolon's typing the announcements.
Oh,
It's probably Tilt Proof Wednesday. Current contest starting in 1 hour. Go to current contest and like the contest. La-di-da-di-da. All right.
Love Bolon.
Man.
Oh wait, we didn't get the results of the Tuesday, did we? Or is
current contest is broken. Oh nope. It's fixed. We didn't win. Shocker.
Okay.
Is he still typing?
No, not anymore.
That
Warren
would be
Rugg does
hilarious
this time.
troll.
Was that a troll?
That'd be hilarious.
No.
Is
I
it
don't know Warren at all. I don't think Warren's the type to troll, though.
Is it confirmed not a troll?
Warren's not a troll. I don't
If it's
think.
a troll. Okay.
No, it was a troll typing in announcements, possibly. All right, what do we got here?
He's a.
So your warrior paladin.
I don't know if I'm ever going to recover from that. Okay. We've been doing vitality on these, right? Vitality, strength, and endurance.
Yep.
Not in that order, but yeah.
No. Correct.
Yeah. So for a warrior, like if I was doing this
maybe.
with no one else telling me, I would do endurance first. Just because it's lacking, I guess. And its strength is already pretty high. So I'm trying to kind of balance out its primary stats. Thoughts on that?
I think it's fine. I'd go strength just because that's in my head, I always start with strength. But
Yeah,
I don't think
I
it makes a
would.
difference.
I bet I'll go.
Confirmed it.
I bet the
Oh, you
game.
want strength? You want strength? It looks like.
Yeah,
Okay.
I did.
Yeah.
You know,
I
at
would
this
put
point,
strength
does it really matter at this point? Like, who cares?
It doesn't matter because you probably won't get any RNG.
Still would do Vit first at compounds. That's what I was going to do.
Yeah.
And
And you said endurance. You wanted endurance, Dang, you wanted strength, and then you went before I could talk.
then, Eric, I'm in a bad place right now. Okay, I'm sad. I'm really sad.
I have another summon, but I feel like it's only going to make you more sad if it goes well.
Okay, plus
That's
3
A lot
to
of numbers.
strength,
Plus 3 to
plus 2
strength.
to endurance, plus 4 to luck. It is a Fisher, so I don't hate it.
Your warrior's going to be critting everyone.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay.
It makes up for the summons pretty easily.
No, it doesn't. Mm-mm. No.
I'm not laughing at the summon. I'm laughing at Dangy saying that it's going to make up for it.
Yeah.
We're gonna do another one tomorrow with the same pair. Maybe I'll throw the Twitch link in the DFK chat. I want to make sure the other father's around to watch the birthing though. So hopefully we'll do one tomorrow when the time. What's the timer? Do you guys know?
Is it 24? It may
24.
vary based on how many times you summoned with it, but I think it might be 24 standard.
15 hours, 16 hours. So I'll talk to Reno and we'll get a time scheduled and maybe do just a one-off. It's always fun to watch people try like high stakes summons and stuff. So
Can I try one more? Are you going to be too sad if I hit like a purple?
no, I'm happy for everybody that hits good heroes, even if it's not me. I know I am. I want everybody to win.
I'll be right back. You need a cough drop.
I bought these earlier today, trying to front run some news.
For the gardening stuff.
Yeah, I got them fairly inexpensively.
Okay, a mythic sage coming down the pipeline, folks. Here we go.
I've run. Nah, I won't say it. My sages are all green, so I'm hoping.
So are both of mine.
I feel like they're just like highly likely to be uncommon for whatever reason.
And I birthed them both from the same pair, back to back.
Yeah.
I swear there's like something.
These are both recent, so I'm going blind on the.
All right, so we want a little orb, a little orb.
No, you want a rose. You want a kiss from a rose.
Oh, we're doing a sage. I was thinking we want a summoner. Yeah. I mean, an orb would be fine, but all right, rose, please. That'd be a good bit for a sage to do like the whole bachelor thing. Like, will you accept this rose? You know,
I prefer seal.
Seal's good.
Have we seen have we seen people LARPing as heroes yet and stuff like that?
Imagine a DFK Comic Con. Oh, I'd go. It'd be fun. It's gonna be orange. It's gonna be orange or purple. It's got to.
I just want to hit dismiss. The best part is that this archer as a gardener is like cannot possibly be more useless. I mean, this is just. Can we end the show?
It's always funny, like when you see the class first, and it is a miss, and the last like tiny shred of hope you have is for blue or better, and you open it and it's white and just turns the knife in your stomach.
No, I don't want to turn off the show. I have a lodden things. I have a question.
Ooh, okay.
And I was gonna see if the chat had another one, and then we could do one where all of us can guess. So I think this will be for Pump. We'll go for Pump. And so me and Easy are gonna guess what Pump thinks the number of heroes sniped by tavern bots is. How many heroes have been sniped by all the tavern bots? As in a non-human bought a hero with the intention of selling it. They didn't have to sell it, but they bought it and then with the intention of selling it. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. Do we have the data for the right answer though?
No.
Okay.
That's not how we don't need that for Lodden.
How many non-human purchases of heroes have there been?
Yeah, that's an easier way to say it. Yeah, it's the same way.
Okay.
Let me think. I don't know why I'm trying to think of my answer, but
How many purchases have there even been ever?
Yeah, it's where you got to start, right?
yeah.
I have no idea of I have no clue.
And I'm thinking of the times where I list one and I think it's fairly listed and it auto sells. And I'm like, I didn't think it was that bad. Like I couldn't have been that far off.
I don't know if we're allowed to talk about it, but if this is like leading the answer, but I had one of those today.
Yeah, I've had a few.
A few today?
It always feels bad.
No, just like in the last week. It'll be like 1 or 2 a week that'll happen to me. Okay.
I've got mine.
I'm good.
Man. Okay.
I said 5,000.
75,
Okay.
66.
We're all pretty close. I said 8,900.
Sweet.
So I was just thinking, like, when looking at recent sales and stuff, when I go to price, I don't know, I'd say there's maybe like 1,000 sales a day at most, if that.
That's a lot.
Maybe 500 sales a day. So I'm thinking a small portion of those are bought, maybe 100 a day or something. And the tavern's been open for 3 months. So that was mine.
The logic makes sense.
That was my
number
guess.
might be around there. But I've for sure had like a half dozen probably. And you feel bad every time. But it's one of those things that's like you priced it at a price.
Right.
And it's sold and it's like, you move on.
We can't change it. It's over.
Yeah.
I like this one from Siebes for EZ. So me and Gump will guess what EZ's number is for how many bloaters have been sold for gold. This is a good one. That's a big number.
Am I allowed to look anything up?
I was going to say, are we allowed to research?
I'd say no. I think EZ can, but we can't. I don't know.
No, I won't.
No, it's a level playing field.
Last
time I checked,
I have an inventory.
They just did a tweet, like a meme tweet. There's like 25 million bloaters or something that have been found, or something like that.
Yeah,
so that's a baseline for everybody.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna try and base off of.
Okay, how many bloaters have been sold for?
Is it 25 million?
Yeah,
it's somewhere around there. It's a shitload. No, 420 million.
No,
someone said 420 million. All right,
they're guessing. Well, they're guessing. I think.
I'm using 25 million, but.
All right, I'm ready.
Hold on, I gotta make sure my zeros are right here.
I don't. That's why I write. Well, never mind. I'm not gonna give away what I'm doing. I already did.
Okay. I said.
Whoa!
Oh, do we wait? Okay.
I haven't even thought about it yet.
I thought I said you're ready.
PSQ, no. I think that's way too high, what you're saying in chat. You are overestimating the laziness of people, including myself. By the way, I'll be right back. I'm going to go sell some bloaters.
Yeah. You guys go. I'm ready.
Okay. I did 12.5 million have been sold. It's not half. That's the circulating supply was 25 million. So there was some sold along the way to get there.
I said 2.2 million.
2.2? Okay.
I said low because people are lazy.
I'm going to go see what the actual.
I said 900K. I don't know. I don't think people, you get like nothing for it. So I don't know if people are
dust.
There's a lot of people that are thirsty for like Jewel though.
But I have I mean, I have like 1,000 like
We're all way off. There are only 1 point. This could also be wrong. There's only 1.8 million bloater tokens in circulation, but that's from the Harmony Explorer. So take that with a grain of salt. What's the tweet?
Yeah, we have to look at that tweet.
I'm-
I thought
I'm
I'd have a lot more bloaters. I only have 318.
Yeah, I've got.
Oh, I was on the.
trying to find it. Just keep. Oh, it was 25 million gold was in the game. That was the tweet. They tweeted the day before that on the 10th. 1.5 million bloaters had been in circulation. So,
Oh, okay. Well,
if I knew that to start, I probably still would have said
scale
like
all of our
700.
answers down.
I would have said like 700,000, something like that.
Yeah, well, I'm selling all but one of my bloaters because apparently you can't sell all of them. You got to keep one.
Yeah.
How many?
Wonder why.
How much gold do you get for a bloater?
I think it's 2.5.
2.5.
2.5 gold. So that would be. I don't know
Are
what
we-
the price-
That's like.
I don't
Is
know
there a
what the-
chance of a gold pump? Like, what am I doing with my gold right now?
Gold has been pumping, dude.
Gold has been pumping relative to
Jewel price. Yeah.
But like, what is a pump of gold?
I bought like 20,000 gold today.
It pumped when Frisky announced the highest level heroes race where you get the Gen Zeros.
Yeah. For the
Everybody
stamp.
bought it. Yeah, everybody bought those ingredients up, and then it's just kind of stayed there. Like the gold jewel ratio has gone way up.
My
Gold USD.
2,000 gold is worth 4 jewels. So like, who cares?
Who cares about what?
4 jewel.
Who cares about 4 jewel?
Who?
Like, why would I trade the gold for 4 jewel? I don't know.
I mean, I don't know that I would. I bought it's one of those things where that's like I've said it, like every item in the game is gonna have like, whether it's one day or a couple of hours or a week or a couple of weeks, where it's just like the hot commodity because you know the team is gonna sprinkle around like, you're gonna need bloaters because everybody bridged over to Crystal Vale and there's no food. Now all your heroes are hungry. So if you want to bridge back, you got to feed them or something.
Yeah.
This is a gold pump to sell into. So like, do you want to sell, like, is 4 jewel going to make or break you? Like, probably not. But like, I know people are talking about like, if you don't have a locked jewel balance over say 1,000 jewel, which is like a third of the threshold for the first tier, that it's more profitable to actually mine for gold than it is for jewel, because the jewel, like the gold USD ratio has been flattish, like just under 2 cents for a while. But, you know, obviously the jewel
price is going down.
2 to, 8 or 7 or wherever we're
Yeah.
at. So
Scott G's triggered me with flash challenges. Oh my God.
and it could be, we're going to get like double XP weekends.
Oh my God.
Yeah, right now, bloaters. So some of the highest price items are. I'm on next screener here. Like the shimmer skins, those are about $1 a piece right now.
Ooh.
That's one of the ingredients for the stand potions. I sold some darkweed the other day. I sold like half my darkweed stack and got 10 jewel out of it. What does 10 jewel do for me at $7.50? Not that much. Buys a nice dinner. What's it do when jewel is $20 again? It's a little more attractive, right?
And you always go through the marketplace. You don't go through the vendor Zada, right?
Depends. So if you really if somebody wants to make an ARB bot where you ARB the items and all the prices,
gold ratio.
there are real ARBs, because when I did that darkweed, I checked both manually. If I just sold it at the trader for jewel, which goes through gold pool, it was like 7 jewel. And then I said, okay, if I just sell them for gold and then I sell the gold, how much is it that way? And it was more. I don't know if that's because of trading fees or whatever it might be. But sometime, and then other cases, it's just been more profitable to sell it straight up into the pool.
Yeah.
It's a lot to depend on price impact too, I think, depending how liquid the pool is.
That's true.
Anyhow, yeah, these things are all going to have use. Frisky also said on the AMA that Crystal Vale, there will be things that you purchase and do that will require you to spend Jewel and Crystal Vale. So the example I thought of was
Yes.
you have new classes. So let's say you have a Viking class. And I want to summon my Crystal Vale Viking with my Serendale Warrior. Maybe I have to pay Crystal for the fee for my Serendale Viking and Jewel for my Serendale Warrior. That's just an example. I think people holding Jewel right now are in a good spot, generally.
Let's hope.
Let's hope. I forgot I went shopping earlier, so I have one more.
All right. Man, no patch yet. What the hell? I fool myself every week thinking we're gonna get it.
Are they like sprinkled around the world, or are they like I've seen them
just
refer to
US
Eastern time?
They're all US, huh?
Yeah. I don't know.
They're sleepy.
Hubert coming into the chat saying he's excited about the patch.
Still, or this is
No, just in general. That makes me excited. There's got to be something juicy in there. I just want a new way to interact with the game.
Oh, Dangy, I'm gonna go make your day.
What? Buy some tears?
Tears.
I think I actually left that pool in my
You're
panic.
out of tears.
He's always out of tears.
Dude, I have 880 tears. My goodness. I don't have enough sex.
Just get tears some way. Let's see.
While you're doing that, another fun fact that I learned. Apparently, I asked a question in the Discord back in October about the element on the front of the card, and I had previously thought the element was sort of unknown. Maybe it was for zones. Apparently, Frisky replied to me in October and said elements will be impacted in combat. It will impact your hero in combat. So that's cool.
That was your like. You could have made it.
That's like my first week back then.
Dude, what is going on? I thought I got tears.
Sometimes it takes a minute.
Yeah, I got the sense that like, oh, how's that? Like my inventory is all messed up because I sold some gold. Because I have negative 1,000 gold.
It does that to me when I was buying stamina potions earlier.
So we're going for a goon. I've had this mining Dark Knight. It's 4 or 5, and I got this paladin really cheap. It's foraging, which I mean, I guess mining would be better for the goon, but the purple dex was cool, and I got it cheap. So hoping for 66, my downside is fairly limited. But let me run this guy through the odds machine.
Do you have any sages, EZ, you've been holding to try for dreads?
Yeah, there's one. I have one that's 2 of 3. Or sorry, I have a 3 of 3 and a 2 of 3.
Okay. Did you try once with a 2 of 3?
Yeah. And I got a sage that I sold.
Okay.
Yeah, so this is for just a standard 14% goon, 19% archer, so.
All right, let her rip.
48%.
14% goon is pretty nice.
You always have nice cheap summons.
Yeah, I mean, as a rule, I'm like really trying to only buy Gen 2s, and this is a Gen 3 that I had. Right?
Yeah.
I'm only buying Gen 2s.
And you're holding on to that because it's a Dark Knight and it's a worker bee for you, or are you going to punt it after this?
The miner, I have like a few excess miners more than I need. So I will possibly punt after this.
Gotcha.
My strategy, I don't know if you guys are similar. I have like a couple of good heroes that happen to be miners that I'm keeping.
Yep.
And then everything else, I just want floors with the mining profession to fill it out. So I have like one lead hero, and then the rest are like, you know, level 2 common thieves and archers, and that's fine. I don't want like 9 Dark Knights necessarily. Like I'd rather so like the Dark Knights that I have are not because I like them as miners, it's because like I like their stat boosts or other things. Okay, got a purple sword.
Okay, here we go.
Could be okay.
Okay. I hope it's a minor.
Minor will be happy. And a Dark Knight Forager is fine too.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
There you go.
I'll get it.
You just made like 100 jewel, probably.
No.
You don't think so?
Maybe around that. Yeah.
A 3/3 uncommon.
Yeah, like 150. Definitely under 200, but yeah, like 150.
See if the bot snipes it.
I'll see in 24 hours.
Yeah, right.
I mean, any miner, I feel like the run on them has kind of gone down a little bit, but a floor miner is still 61.
Like floor.
Floor. That's for a wizard miner.
Yeah.
If you went mining DK floor, you would be talking about 93. If you looked for one with any summons, a 2/2 is 130.
Yeah.
Bunch of
I'll
2.
probably.
The first 3 is 160. So
Yeah.
that's for a common.
Yeah. So that's I'm cool with it.
Very happy with that.
Yeah.
Better than the shit I've been getting from that dumb hole of summoning portal bullshit. Man,
What an up and down stream that we've had. Just been
Where was
mellow.
the up? Where was the up?
That summon was pretty good. Easy. I think we're downplaying that summon.
the summon was
minor?
good. See, now I'm out here looking for paladins. I have a 3 or 4 DK, but I don't need to do that tonight.
Yeah, you can't do that. I wouldn't do that. Well, thank you all for hanging out. We will get the patch while I sleep, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully, good patch. Make price go up. Thank you all as always. Like, subscribe, notification bell. In like 20-ish days or so, we should be able to get some subs on Twitch, I believe. And then soon, then you can donate your bits. I don't even know what bits are on Twitch. That's how old I am. So shout out to Twitch, I hope. Whatever. We'll see. Thanks. Bye.
Peace.